Cosmo, and I'll be addressing the problem of sleep deprivation. The day didn't start off too well, nor did it get any better. It was a Wednesday morning and I was on my way to school. I struggled to stay awake as I was driving. I swerved constantly, and it was a morning rush hour and it was a wonder how I didn't hit anyone on the way to school. My next obstacle was my 8 a.m. exam. I struggled to retrieve any information that crammed in my head the night before. I was useless. I was a walking zombie. In addition, I had an exam in my next class. I came home and I crashed for several hours, and I still woke up groggy, and I never got anything done when I got home. The night before, I decided to stay up all night to study for those exams. As a result, I put myself in danger, others in danger, and I still didn't do very well in my exams. Sleep deprivation is a noticeable issue in America. Today, I would like to open up my audience's eyes to the issue of sleep deprivation, that it is a serious issue and that it is vital enough to need to be fixed. Sleep is an everyday part of every individual's life. Everyone needs to get sleep at some point. The more sleep you get, the better you feel. And if you improve your sleep and everyone else around you, the quality of life improves. I have spent many nights staying up late due to school, especially my senior year. I spent many nights staying up late and I wasn't very healthy. One night I decided that I was going to get 8 hours of sleep and continue to do that every night. From then on out, I noticed that my health improved significantly, and since then I have been all about sleep. In this speech, I will prove that sleep deprivation is a problem, and then I will provide ways that we can fix the problem, and by fixing it, how it will improve the quality of life. To begin, I will begin by addressing the problem of sleep deprivation. How much sleep have you gotten this past week? Have you gotten 8 hours of sleep every night? It's easy to say that we do not get enough sleep. America has become a nation that is focused on work and success. In response, the sleep schedule is sacrificed. Over the years, the amount of hours the average American works has increased significantly. Julie Shore is the most recognized individual when it comes to this. She wrote The Overworked American, The Decrease of Leisure. In her book, she provided proof that the average American was working notably more hours in the late 1980s than in the late 1960s. She found through government statistics that the number of hours worked each year had increased by 163 hours, and since then it has continued to increase, which is a lot since considering it's been 30 years since that point. In addition to this, I have done some research on my own. I took a survey. I posted it on Twitter and on Facebook, and I had subjects from the age of 18 to the age of 75. In my study, I asked how many hours of sleep each individual got. 73% of my participants said they had gotten 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and then 21% of my participants had said that they had gotten 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night. In the Pediatrics Journal on Insufficient Sleep in Adolescents by Judith Owens, she states that insufficient sleep is under 8 hours, which means all these people are getting insufficient sleep. And in addition, most people overestimate the amount of sleep they get each night, which means they're probably getting even less than that. Another question I asked was how wakeful each person felt on an average day. 59% said that they felt moderately sleepy, and only 8% had said that they felt moderately awake out of all of my participants. So sleep deprivation is indeed an issue among us. But there are ways that we can begin to fix the problem. In order to fix this problem, we need to first go out and let people know that it is an issue. Providing people with the knowledge with the consequences and the benefits of sleeping will draw them in. So the best way is to send people out to college campuses, to workplaces, to conferences, and just let them know about sleep deprivation and what it can do. From there on out, they can show them ways that it can be improved. Exercise and even yoga are great ways to improve sleep. A study on the effect of exercise conducted by R.J. Shepard says that there is a consistent association between exercise and sleep quality. So even adding a short routine every day of 20 to 30 minutes can improve your sleep quality. Another study showed that on older adults showed that yoga improves sleep as well. Another way to improve sleep deprivation is time management, which is something everyone could probably work on. In the survey I mentioned before, I asked people how much time they spent on the internet, social networking, TV, and gaming altogether. 46% of my participants said they spent 3 to 4 hours, and 11% said they spent 5+ hours. And honestly, I think some of them are lying and they are underestimating how many hours they spent. But that is still 57% of people are spending 3+ hours on internet, social networking, and gaming. As mentioned before, it only takes 30 minutes of exercise to improve sleep, so you can spend a little bit of that time doing that, and then the rest of the time sleeping. So now that we know ways that we can fix it, we need to begin fixing it before the consequences of sleep deprivation become even worse, and sleep quality, and also to improve the quality of life. Most people are oblivious to the problem of sleep deprivation, and they are also oblivious to the consequences. Some of the consequences of sleep deprivation include accidents. Vehicular accidents are very common among this. 66% of young adults in the 2011 Sleep in America poll claimed to have driven while drowsy. Driving after an extended period of time of wakefulness is very dangerous. It's actually been compared to driving under the influence of alcohol. 17 hours of wakefulness is equal to a blood alcohol concentration of 0.05%, and 24 hours wakefulness is equal to the blood alcohol concentration of 0.1%, which is over the legal limit in the United States. Another issue with sleep deprivation is health issues, and that includes mental and physical issues. An article by Judith Odens from the Adolescent Sleep Working Group, she found that sleep loss is associated with insulin resistance, sympathetic nervous system activity, and increased hunger. So as a result, subjects ate more, exercise less, and consume more calories. So weight gain and sleep deprivation go hand in hand. Also, mental health. Chevron and Hirschner say in Causes and Consequences of Sleepiness among college students that depression and sleep are interrelated. A cardinal feature of depression is disturbed sleep. And also in the article they state that prolonged sleep latency is associated with loss of pleasure, punishment feelings, and self-dislike. So it's not hard to see that sleep deprivation is a problem among all of us and among the nation. You yourself probably found that you do not get enough sleep every night, not nearly enough, not the 8 hours that you need. So, and by fixing the problem, we can decrease consequences of accidents and improve health. So, every night, if you just go to sleep a couple hours earlier, you can see that your life will begin to improve.